Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching. This is my editorial, Efremi DJ Slim. This editorial is proudly brought to you by 3ws.mybed.africa. With that being said, me sure say by now, I'm on for Enya, Omo Mucha, Artist of the Year, no, Omo Mucha bet in the by now. Ya credit I'm for because my birthday, Ucha ya, I was when your message, no. Ucha ya unya message nukunkron nti wa ucha ya de me sure say by now you credit to in a more professional and digital way. My bet.africa keeps giving you more innovative ways when it comes to sports betting. Kai say El Clasico no ne ya El Clasico nti oye wa na oye sharp see ko online na ko twa bet nso by the time ade be sa no na also kakra aba betuma nso ubedidi nti yenko anywhere. And then editorial when so aqua blue mineral water, aqua blue eka ho in this editorial, and aqua blue me chacha mpanyufo wa aqua blue chalema boy because me call Telecel Ghana Music Awards ha me tiemu just say me enyum bia me ko Jimeni track we ba na me Jimeni sa aqua blue na me de fa me minim and sana meet me atiemu atonyum more so aqua blue for baby amu bia me chacha mo na me damase p in a more professional and digital way. Well, the 26th Ghana Music Awards, Telecel Ghana Music Awards, showdown, and of course, a Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center, and of course, we, and Moons and Sem, the course, maybe be what you say, TV, so backstage, one who the course, so auditorium, one who the course, so nitty gritty, on ground, may ban in a more professional way, nothing, my best sanimu, eguho. You don't
know these streets like we do.
So welcome back. Yeah, start here free. My impression of the show. Into my starting free. Let me talk about security. So let's go to security. I think this Telecel Ghana Music Awards last year. Yakoba and Mebeka said security was tight and nice. Last year, Samukai. So I told you that security was tight and nice. Now, this time around, they made it even comfortable for the security. Apart from the security being tight and nice, it was even comfortable for the security team. Because how more na amana easy for the security to handle the volume and I said the crowd there. It was just amazing. For security, I can't say marking over 10, I'll give them 8.5. Just because I'm 3 more than 8.5. Then, but the other things are a woman make us say be a problem. Kakra, when it comes to parking spaces, parking spaces now, mama, what Flagstaff House or no, Flagstaff House, Parliament House. South side one, me be my parking space, na me expect to say cars are now parking kwan in chaining now so be try so make your way to that side of town because there were so many spaces over there but people kept parking on the shoulders of the road and which it did not really drum home the fact because more parking and China na ema traffic air building because obi sha antino ema traffic building. I think the organizers of Tgma and I say Ghana Music Awards, they also need to consider that because that side is a little bit far from them. They might not be they might not get information as to what happened over there. But Uhe Road na man for shaha because time I mean we could do okra. I was thinking I could even make it to the red carpet, but because now traffic was and the traffic wasn't because people were entering the Parliament House. The traffic was because people were trying to park on the shelves of the road, the shoulders of the road. And then my issues kakrabai. I think organizers can also look into that. And then because there was assassinate good parliament on Esupao. Esuka biye ba hubi anku biya benya baby. Ashe it was outside on Timmy organizers more for many interests. So security did amazing. Let's go and look at gate and ticket. Still now me ticket bombing. So I'm trying to get rid of this thing. Maybe I change me pay bleed na me for private bands, it has been a signature for a year Ghana Music Awards. So I mean, when it comes to ticketing, this is what they do. They make sure they strap you. Now, a biometric gate, a biometric gate, Now, instead of say first na pressure nyina be kwa gina Accra International Conference Center main gate no. Now pressure no Parliament House or car park ho. That is where the pressure is. Into you park your car na oma bo tent bebre ho depending on the ticket that you have. Ko near scan near strap ho. If you need to be chauffeured to the main auditorium near mawa tenase na car ba be foul. Ned wako main auditorium where the way track no anywhere inside wako main auditorium ho. Which to me, I think the person who brought that idea up, Charterhouse, for was raising a salary by 500%. The other idea by say yen checking nipa no ewo baby a car park no na said the obe 19 twa kwan mu nko the opeso bus be fa no de ne ko inside on trainer bus me fa no the other idea ne buy no more man of 500% increment in the salary. Because this is the best idea so far after the invention of internet and the light bulb and electricity. Nyansa pa be wiase a chance idea no. Because with that a distressy gate ho. Okay. Who say pressure be any gate obiem. Ye mon sa ko di ho. Yo. So it was hey akwano de buy no. Or adwene. The other idea ne buy no. Gumption. Ha. O dia wa ha. O ma chichemu because take it be there were VIP or VVIP or premium or say ni nyina no. Ya sa chichemu so traffic nim over course a VVIP ticket na onya ya VVIP for more tent wa ha, premium for more tent wa ha, we more tent wa ha. Oh, Charlie. Achichem ana adwuma no aye easy. Me se de ode buy no monto na ketuam. Charterhouse for monto 500%. Me na meka. Mo de se mupa monto 200%. Me de 300% be ba be count. Akwa na yusu na adwene pa. Enti stress bia ni gate no se urema. You are free and udru biometric gate no so how to even scan. All you just need to do is just present this. What is scanning a pa na twa picture. Say be ya untimi nyi band ni free unsa mfa nkomo bi foforo. Because who the komo bi foforo no pie no de ba o de kire so a picture foforo ne be pie ho ne ache na aka che kwabra na bra ne enfa enkototo ano asem kakra wo baby. I mean it was yo bro. Charlie, big up to Charterhouse. Mr. Ensemble. I loved it. Because last year there was trouble with tickets. Ticketing last year, issues they see okay. They were checking tickets very close to baby a red carpet, no. And no pressure ba ho baby a unfa ne wachi na boss na media na say Debbie. That yo. Oh bro, baby omo yes scanning ni ade emu atete. Emu into pressure bia ni ho baby ana mo hwe so who he would use baby and I hear red carpet and last year not stress and egu sa side nature one ya catch wa unyini and this year around my team e dia kwache baby it's just it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing setup and I must commend Tgma. This makes me believe and a support to sa notion na me was say a scheme no a listening scheme omutie omu scheme bi a omutie enye se kokwasa bi they listen to people, they listen to reaction. I say BBC or how they listen to it. So Charlie, big ups to Charterhouse for this one. It's an amazing improvement in a year organization of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. Now let's go out to the setup of the venue. A venue now because I set up. I love the red carpet has still been the same. I mean, and there's not been difference. Gidi biasa. I think what they did this year was they introduced the DJ. Guinness what the DJ buy. So there was a DJ on the red carpet because anymore na refreshment or and apart from say a year red carpet session now there course on both sides between Bliss and Regino. Now other sites and also so I'm for to me atnasia or more Fatchel up 1 or 2B. So I love the red carpet, which was powered by GGBL. So big ups to the entire team on yes has set up. No, it has always been the same. I think the few tweaks when it comes to how the booth, a photo booth, was designed. I think the close up on so now close up on so now close up on so red carpet. So there's been some few tweaks be in the design of it, but all the same, it's just the red carpet. And the format of it still remains the same. Now, let me enter into the main venue and auditorium. Now, I like this year's setup because to say the American, take it a crowd. And a gate also room. Enti, any baby, I'll be piafa. Enti, and yes, near what die back, but ubi any baby, I know. So, whatever you saw, there were levels to it because so anymore I know your VVIP. I think there was VIP behind us and there was premium and other classes. Now, that setup, it provided a comfort for people who paid for premium experience, people who paid for VIP experience, people who paid for VVIP experience. It provided this idea, and I must commend Charterhouse for that. I mean, the setup of the place was amazing. Our stage, so the stage, I mean, Ghana Music Awards, uplifting game when 3 Music TV came and gave them some tough run for their money. Okay, na first na curtains be near the adibi was highlight Ghana Music Awards no more was curtains murefi no more highlight be but this time around yeah 3 Music TV ebem with the awards Baba Sadiq be peja ade anim no Jack inframa bi bofo almost no say chai da mo boa yes you be step up and I think they've from that time no I'm on fan to form, so I wasn't expecting anything less. I had already seen the setup looking at social media, artists, rehearsals, bits and pieces of how it looked like. But when I entered the auditorium, it was super amazing. What I saw and how LED lights and my position, idea creating a whole experience on the stage. Yo, they've done well. They've done amazing. Now, Maria setup name. Let me go to the awards of the night because and then since some doors until I was saying quick nafi a drew baby a mechana and nafi imagine kakra. So awards of the night, I think artists be no deserve be an insakai. Artists be deserve or ye huajuma ninsakai. That is how I should put it. Artists be no deserve be or ye huajuma ninsakai. And there were quite some shockers of the night as well. I think one of the shockers of the night has to be Best International Collaboration. Best International Collaboration, I was expecting a Yekin Promise, Continental, featuring Charlie Poppy, because it was one of the songs saying, yeah, Baz. It was in close competition with Stonebwoy and Spice. The song that they called Jiggle and Wine, right? That's the title of the song. Jiggle and Wine, yeah. That's supposed to be the song. Ana mehune say kenimienu ebe kongwiti, but yehu say Dana Hamilton efri achire one I think Mercy Chinwo mebwa. One Mercy Chinwo abeje sa award no afa. Anyway, me nka ho be asem bebre because omoye nyame adi form ko kan ho asem na omodome me a anhwa na afa. Nti me nka ho asem pi. Sister Diana Hamilton, Ayuko, congratulations wherever you find yourself. Mr. Omendo, why, Mr. But it was a shocker of the night. It was one of the awards I wasn't expecting, say, Gospel Fraternity. I think also another shocker of the night would be Shocker Ben being on the night. When it comes to awards. Male vocalist of the year, Kojo Meto. It was one of the awards I was thinking it was a clean cut for AEC with Can I Leave? But male vocalist of the year, technical. One of the technical categories, and yet voted on by populace. It's not the populace category. The public don't have a quota of, and I say, they say in the winner of the male vocalist of the year. It's board and academy. Some of us that voted on board, I know you send you email. So when you get the email, then you can get all these categories in there and vote. So for that, if we want to blame anybody, we can blame the board and that of the academy. Female vocalist of the year. Your friend say Esther Goodwill. And so many people also rooting for Titi Owusu. Nana Titi Owusu, me rooting for. Okay, I was rooting for Titi Owusu. The entire me rooting for Titi Owusu because I've heard her on a couple of tunes, and the I knew more the breaking my virginity to the catalog. On a Brian Mensa, and up 222. Me take her on the voice, and I'm saying, She sounded very matured. She had that once I had my four voice, once I don't know. And I had listened to her on another song. I think I listened to her on another song after Sao Win, and she sounded very young and a Hona Musa girl need vocal range na wedding. So I was seriously rooting for her. But anyway, congratulations going down to the winner. It was a shocker for me. I will not lie. It was one of the shockers of the night. Also, another shocker has to be with the songwriter of the year. Although Kofi Kinata, not a strong competitor, I was thinking that had the upper hand when it comes to song particular category, But anyway, Owini, so any wrong because Kofi Kinata nyom no the winning and also a very powerful song. Very, very powerful song. And the writing skill on that song, Jack and wedding. It was a shocker for me because I was rooting. Now, baby, I'm a one because I'm near you seen it. I mean, Say definitely I want to make all those Kofi Eminu idea, but definitely near you see side no. Also, one of the shockers of the night, High Life Artist of the Year. Unim say near routine for Peter. But na category ni mu edin pa. Because category a High Life Artist of the Year kwabena wo mu de. Jack, who would have thought say kwabena betimi ejai title na to ho and as obe sorry ho ama family abefa. It was a shocker. But and on the near routine Peter ni enim se be by energy and near day 30 and pa Nyankopon ti sufre enodema. Peter MIA for High Life Artist of the Year. I think these were some of the shockers of the night for me, meaning about you though, but these were some of the shockers of the night. Shockers of the night. Best hip live song. That was Bad Feeling, me boy. Tulenki. And Obeje, me boy. That was it a hip live song? No, Nyamai. Okay, I think it was the best hip live song. Tulenki. Yo. Shouts going out to Chief Tulenki. I was thinking, my dream, na me huni said Tulenki anye advocacy bebre. But then again, scheme we there are levels to it. People might even vote for you because you get it. And then we will not see artists or Tgma gidi. Because I was thinking, Charlie, I did not even see a lot of advocacy on the side of Tulenki to win that particular category. However, it is also obvious. People they don't really campaign for the other categories. More campaign, more PR for more campaign now. Still, they have other nominations. Focus on the Artist of the Year. So, I mean, there are dynamics to it, but it was a shocker for me, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Tulenki from the outfit, anyhow, I accept the award or the plaster tan or so on one kasa. Tulesi on kasa. Chief Tulenki, baby, I will be a Nyamin Shao. I think with that I can wrap up on the shockers of the night. My experience, a year auditorium. There were a couple of times I realized that the sound in studio, in the auditorium went a little bit up and above. I say fluctuating kakra. And one of the times was a year Kim. No, it wasn't Kim Promise. It was Kweku Smoke. Kweku Smoke last song. I think the volume went up and above. I think even during performances like Daughters of Glorious Jesus, na a tricky in hoka krebi, but it's stabilize here. I mean, that shows that the team are hands-on. But performances of the night. Top 3 performances of the night for me. Number 1, Bayer Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Number 2, Mami Tiwa. No, that be number 2. Hey, number 2, Mami Tiwa. Number 2, Mami Tiwa. Stoneboy because. Okay, me number 1 no. Ebema Daughters. Number 2, Stoneboy. Number 3, Mami Tiwa. Mami Tiwa de na shot. But da na no edin. Yenyi bibia free o. Unim say ne voice head there. Woman ne de Mami Tiwa de ono ye female vocalist of the year, legendary. It was a creative bibi man. It was a snake plaque bibi man Mami Tiwa. E no ye for life. Was woman ne voice pa or the buy no radiati. Hey at a age won pa and said you timid. Yo, don't play with Mami Tiwa. I'm telling you. If I'm Mami Tiwa and Niagro. Oh, brutal. And a passionate moment because a emotional time be as a we will be our follow or journey in a you realize that and che biana ya sapon ho asem bae news mu gidigidi apart from the yare no one Mami Tiwa and the former wife bi hu so asem yo Charlie me inside ho no me I'm not going to lie gangster me space kakra e pepa manim ni so me space pepa manim ni so because Jack woman afa ne mem and say oh you be a what who asem and so more information her performance will make a lot of sense to you but enye no na me ba asem be ka ho asem ti member embe spilly beans be hu hia ma me nko manim na me nka me performance so asem ma me nka Stoneboy performance ho asem nkyerɛw bro abo idea waba ono waba muni ma me ka kyerɛ mo waba ena onye na adwen sɛ ba na wapagya mu no o de beba fom nti sɛ wo twen sɛ o de beba fom na wani agye no bia wasere de a chef bro o sere na beka o mu ache o pa fata what you say sam from na agina mu apese o de sere no fata na enko why emfa I swear guy ni pagya because some of the songs that he performed we him say they knew. He performed Fire. Sa Fire no okotena oni Adebayo release it or call Adebayo fie no obochere no. He performed that song. Now born in another form. What is our version no kra na? This one no kra no. Yo, Charlie, aboy waba. Chama me Canada waba. Edwuma no ye ne dia anti. Said the no person ye no. E o si di na chi. O kire se enye si ane ya isi na bibia to atwa. Why edwuma no? Ha! Amazing performance from the intro, any gospel, any gospel reggae, you know, the starting, you know, to how he touched down across our Rastafari staff. And I'm trying to get the name of that staff. Who's a Rastafari Crosby Omudu? Oh, as a top, you know, around say instead of say normal cross now, you do two round. I think there's a meaning to that. I'll search for the meaning and in other subsequent editorials, you know, maybe. And knowing Stoneboy, knowing how detailed the year to the craft, you know, when he started performing JJJ, I realized that now was split stage into two. He had the Gamashi people, the Gamashi dancers on one side, and there was another side where they were dancing the traditional Ashanti dance. Yeah, the one kiteno. They were moving and grooving to it at the same time. As to what he means by that, you know. I was say later on, my friend on Amibusa and said, what was the concept behind the performance? Because you know that Stoneboy will never jump on stage without having a concept behind the performance. There's a message that he wanted to convey. To me, Metimaka said he was trying to preach unity, world unity, African unity, and unity among Ghanaians. Because there were certain parts of the performance dancers, female dancers would leave and go back na male dancers na perform de omaba menti ase minim de no pa akere ba me hu ne say unity no preaching. I'm telling you. And traditional dancers ne side na me hu because they at some point they also switched. Na we ma baha no we ma baha. E o say menya PR no na obekire mu ye na o ma meti ase. But Stone Boy's performance definitely will go down as one of the biggest performance of the night. Some of the performances of the night are not, it was supposed to be well publicized, was supposed to be attention grabbers of the night. Kwaku Smoke performance. I think it was one of the performances are not a man for baby airtrain. Looking at the year under review, some of the biggest songs that he had, it was one of the performances are not a man for train. I have seen Kwaku Smoke perform. Kwaku Smoke Nishu na air revival. And I will tell you, Smoke on that stage, a revival stage, any Tgma stage, Gabon and Neso Kakra. And I'm sure it's a production flaw. Kwapim say meti free production for no and as meti BB free Kwaku Smoke no. Me de bekwa share production. The entire me de share production they say, you realize that when you did the second song, all konafi okasa o mic in my name. Virus okay. Okasa ma. So then extra say all along and not sad and happen. Because the song could play and end and sana for fraba. I don't know if that was the design of it. And I said, you get me? I think there were supposed to be some ad-lipping when the song is fading out. When the song is done and it's fading out for a new song to play. I mean, sure say na ad-lipping bishaho. But Anko Basa. Because akwane kasa o mic nim kura no nema. So me sure say BBC ya yenim. BBC wo ho ni ye yenim. Yeah, kura na auditorium ho kura ni yenim, but the me hu na make catch say there were times, I mean, when he was wrapping up, he was talking into the microphone and nobody was hearing him. But let's move on. Some of the performances that was also headline, talked about to be show stopping. Kim Promise. Okay, so one thing about Kim Promise performance, and people online are trying to throw Promise both sides of the camp. You know this rivalry will forever be on because Akwa could feed into an already established rivalry. That is Kim Promise any Shatta Kushiai. Emma Shatta Kase or no artist of the year. Before that, medical culture said the Kim Promise campaign has always looked like a pseudo Shatta campaign against Stonebwoy. It drew us another day. Some of us we knew say escalate could do that level. One thing I did not like about a year Kim Promise performance, at some point it sounded no miming. At some point it sounded like he was miming. It might be true, it might be false. But omo draggy Kim Promise especially because Stonebwoy used that prop, a telephone prop, and they perform a tidal reef. Same prop. Telephone booth, same prop, and Kim Promise in Sube Yusu stage, so. Tiaman for some baby, I set up where I nowadays, but you know that type of thing. We say our rivalry with the ever cause what copy said that Kingdom Come, and wow, train say be who's is here, forget it. Because I'm here to the best of our knowledge. Next year, let's have a trans here, and the competition will still be between the two of them. But young Koso, Kim Promise performance. Kim Promise performance, my highlight will be the final song, Air Continental. How he ended it. Almost ending it was, I think the dancers were moving in and out piece by piece. And when it got to Continental, they came together waving flags of different countries. Yo. The ending, shit. And for a true performance song, it's supposed to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. The end is supposed to fade and leave an indelible mark or an imprint in your mind. There's also the middle part of it where it doesn't go up again. There's no wow element again, but it's flat, it's still. I think he did not get the best of the best start. Keep It Sexy is a tune, but I don't think it was one of the tunes and I wasn't called perform on the night. Kwabena inclusion on the set. I think he should have exploited Kwabena a little bit more, other than doing some few vocals in there. And I wasn't called Timmy Twini Mukakra. Because imagine if or your favorite story, which is an Aso rendition or a rendition of Aso, now Kwabena I a verse in it. I think it would have gone a long way to, other than just doing that intro. They could have done more. And your friend is saying, "Uko teacher, we exams no, cause you could have done more." I said no, more room for improvement. More room for improvement. That is what I will leave you with respect to King Promise performance. King Polluter performance. German portfolio the MC Kasama former Paluta Nankasa Ababa Beto Nenumutu, and I would like to read it because Serebeya me sentiment on a Paluta performance. No, I think the intro Seda rendition, top. Mo bibi kafa ho. Aseda rendition mo bibi kafa ho. Mo bibi kafa ho amoma mi hu. Aseda rendition, if you ask me, I mean, it's a top thing. What else? Props. Now, Jermaine wore a different say because he believes that the level of work and was a core, and I said the level of investment and was a core props in move for King Paluta no who say Uncle Musa because he's not happy with it. So he went to Facebook and Okochocho Ninsem Kakra Krebigo. That is what I'm trying to get for you and read for you because when we're inside, I think at some point we also see nature say trotros in Bia, but I'm crying who started some more a screenshot into other groups where he was of the view that he feels that the level of investment that was put into the setup for Stonebwoy and King Promise wasn't the same as that was put in for King Paluta. So, Oko Facebook, Noko say compare the production budget that went into Artist of the Year nominees performance set and compare to what went into King Paluta's own. No aesthetics or wow factor, stage investment for his set. Charlie, this is not fair at all. That is how Jermaine Portfolio the MC feels. So it's the mood. It's like a template. When I already present it, when I bet you said this is how I want my performance to be. Unless say obi free chat house wa be catch me say enya Paluta na di on one mood ko dia, then we can hold on to what Jermaine Portfolio the MC can. But say enya sa na ono so agree or kohwe no agree, then we can blame Paluta for it. Do I believe that there were no aesthetics? Looking at the Amihu here with respect to familiar performance, where Omode Yesu Cross Biber to her, most saw a friends and fog lights to toe form. Like they were actually doing shit to make sure the performance was like props now, no shit. Omode drying line, CC ho. Jack no shit. It was layers upon layers of production to get familiar to communicate whatever he wanted to do. Yesterday at the Grand Arena. With that being said, Obiansu nsi won kwa menya sure say Paluta de ne kwa ya. Say na person be ya. Because Paluta, if you look at it on that level, say Artist of the Year for Nkwan or Mama, they did that for Kweku Smoke. They almost the cage can see pa be see Kweku Smoke. His TV so say Kweku Smoke nkoshim. Almost the cross memudua can see pa akoto ho ma family. And these people, I mean, Kweku Smoke free my family is not even in the title race for the Artist of the Year. So I believe maybe a so in the choose a friend saying set up for delivery, but it did not do well for him and his brand on the said date because I enjoyed the rendition of the song, but because aesthetics no sununtino, it will be hard for you to single out a performance out of a lot. Unless maybe you are a core fan. We a core fan there. Oh, superstar when yaje. But I mean, take it from me, on the surface, way performances are, saying, might not even make the cut for the top 4 or the top 5 of it. But my main comment, let's look at other performances. One performance beam, AEC's performance, amazing. That was the opening performance, amazing. I mean, Unimsa Branton, he has the texture, the voice texture, and what Tonyo Mnache intino to me, or the person in the voice he be out to me the year. So congratulations going out to AEC. Performance is being Pacho Mami performance is maybe why cry performance beam na eye grabbing and I was say what top 3 months in MPM. My performance be I think my own be strapped. Now, there was one thing that was happening. It seems it was recorded. Because said the name eteno na me nyesho se band in neighbor. And it was supposed to be in the new school set, which I believe was saying Komoma Viroski stems, because sa new school set no mo boy, na Viroski ne control it as a DJ. So all they needed to do was do stems of Fly Girl, any other song that he wanted to perform. Said the bayer obetimi afili, obetimi nya the but live band and any rendition be omoye, Castro rendition be omoye. If it had gone clean, it would have gotten an applause. But when you say, oh, execute we are, you need to also be aware, say, Jack, things can go wrong. You need to be aware, say, things can go wrong. If it does, what do we do? But he did well. I mean, B-Strap did well by maneuvering his way to finish his performance. Although I believe there's more room for improvement. Me who is a because I've been with a gentleman and I know what he's capable of. I believe there's more room for improvement. Ghana for if you did not enjoy, if you did, fair enough. But if you did not, Charlie, give us another try. We'll make sure say Yabema Weni Aje in a more professional and digital way. Any other performance, Mr. Umami, who performance before I wrap up with this and then bounce off. Performance. Nana trying man performance is nibi. Anyway, so performance is nibi. Why? Familiar performance. I mean, we talked about it. I mean, amazing performance. Familiar, there's only say picture the own thing that. His energy to get into the crowd and all that. Kiddy's performance was also nice. When I saw Paluta join him on stage for ASC Kano, I was thinking Black Sheriff might also join him for Lomo Lomo. But I'm sure Black or Ghana. I'm sure. Only how? Normal. But it was one of the performances of the night. In a small augmentation and me blow echo. Now let's look at awards. Omo deserve be strap KOTM for the new artist of the year. I was telling him, young man, sorry ni yanko stage and so I'm going to kakra na I'm burning calories. Sorry. In term, there were a couple of awards and Intiminti most popular song of the year. Intiminti that definitely Asada is definitely the most popular song of the year. Go and check the streaming numbers of it. Sani emano non-negotiable because numbers were where back is data no. Untimi ria. What I say? I didn't untimi fanko baby until Mr. Mumfa so. There's also Kimpaluta we need Tremebwa. And to we need Afro we need most popular song of the year, high life song of the year, that is Asada. Ne enisa sanyum ne eko baby. Although in the high life song of the year category, we na family so show very soon. Not very soon, Sushim. And I was expecting very soon to give it a hot chase, but I'm saying very soon when Timena very soon or no, I give you up. Let me look at some of the awards. Who else? It seems on the night in Susako the Winnie Award be a Black Sheriff and Winnie be a 0-0. Huh. Whoever thought there would be a day where Ghana Music Awards Asako di Inyebi? Whoever thought there would be a day where Ghana Music Awards Asako di Inya one award cry? Wow. Mredani wati. To was in a bibia betwem. Ebekanya miasem. Blue Jeans. Banku 5 CDs. Yabo. Yedi apa ya chichire. Eshe fridge mu. Ena say Guinness old bottle no so beka. Old bottle 31 odeku no. Eno so beka. Nti no for now there. Eno na mde mamo. Mame nko so na me mamo more insight as to their course. So artist of the year. Yo. I'm trying to cry. Artist of the year. Menka Nina. Okay, thank you. Menka who asem say the artist of the year category, I will be disappointed. As a matter of fact, I will withdraw as an academy member of the scheme if it goes to anybody who showed less interest in the awards. Me pacho, did I lie? Me chantro. Yeah. Me chantro. Yeah, me kind of board unity Tgma 40. I told you say between two artists, Stonebwoy and King Promise, because they have shown more interest in it. People went on social media, more tipongo so far, man tiasi any sebi a man for na a too big into a fly over their heads and intino. Omuko social media na since when they showing an interest in our award scheme. A friend say a bar for you. Why do you even have to call it a bar? Since when they showing interest in an award scheme become a prerequisite for winning an award? And I'm saying, hey, Abutre, chef, Abutre. Since when? And I also show interest and son where we need award. Makachre mo say, do not go and study award scheme being free, baby. And man me found sa format me to ha. And because sa ne was award ye jai. O sorry aduane a obedi atade a obehye Charter House mmam me kan kire say ai o hwe say the amanfo so hye o shirt ewo ko America ko hwe o shirt no o to so say no o hye ni say o me kan kire wo sa anti eduru ho no o ye o award scheme no o kire wo say ni ye na enkofo obi de me kan kire wo say o nye o de no so sa. Because for 26 years this is how they've been running the scheme. So it's either you learn how the scheme is being run and then you act accordingly. And by acting accordingly, I will take you through the process again. The metrics, belong to a certain category. Yes, sir. So when you be a 5 million views or YouTuber and I say 10 million views across all your DSPs, you can't get into this category. That is a metric. And tisano okroswa near the wabeka by the wabeka we are. The akan voting. Enti voting ni mu no na require say obeye campaign no atimanya amanfo ama mato ama. That is where interest come in. Because you might say so, oh on the what if say oh menko campaign but odi me too mu no me fan base enough say on beto ama me, then good for you. Good for you. Because me kaise class 5 omu nominate me say cardboard monitor manya campaign. But aman for to mami. Inshanka nyamidin da. Amen. Amen. Me da say. Manya campaign. Ba mo to mami. Because na me go school na me flask na so. Nti na me tete mo no my boys me so two boys out. Me dey one sa tete flask na mo no ta so. Unse no mo compartment 1 2 3 4. Me na mommy o any dewa. Nti me kwa ni ma yi 1. Ede my boys no ma kill 3. Me kill ba ku first break. Ma kill ba ku second break. Ye pon a ma sa kill third one. Ba me the one no bo for here. Enti cardboard monitor position ni pay a killers ne ka say, "Ja, big na lie be." Na me say, "Oh, mo be so to me dia." Na me say, "Oh, ye ta wachi." Eno anu no. Ma nya campaign omo to me class ni nyina to ma me boys no. Omo an fa form no ma me. But ebia na utira nye ye te say na bia na nye class 5 so one tete mo ama boys. E was say utisi form na will show interest by making sure you are telling people to vote for you. Now, I can tell you this because they say in your real award scheme, I picked up a phone to a call. Now, me pick a call. No. I'll tell you this. It was the manager of Kim Promise and Kim Promise himself on the phone line. And guess what they said on the phone? Almost Slim, you share editorial, be a share editorial, no case. If we are interested in the scheme, we should say it. And we should let it be. We are calling you to tell you that we are interested. This is a guy who they fill auditorium for world, like any city where they go, or fill it Canada, or fill it auditoriums where you America, or fill it halls. Bro, this guy is filling big venues, arenas, or say, wafa phone no, because ote se maka wo auditorium say, so you're interested in kwa oma ni numa nerdy into a frame catch them so you're interested in tiafi or basa kakai. Now, did we see it in his works? Yehunu wana nyuma oyemu. Otubo for a friend Tilly. And that was the arrowhead approach because there were other people who were behind Tilly. Nabugo Taho. Another Samuabe do not Taho. NYB not Taho. Gary R. Smith. And sports presenter and Kefa me say Gary R. Smith there were other shadow people, media people that they were able to look. Hey, they dug deep. To amana kesiye. They had a WhatsApp group filled with industry people. I can tell you, say Ghana ha. Maybe our favorite presenter and DJ Bikranoka group, but you don't know. But it is not my duty to disclose them into Benka. Hey, omo frankrofo they were. And they were soliciting for ideas on how to execute this one and make it big. Hey, killer. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Bad man, mean chantro. Asemna na wiye your friends say full stop osigina ye meboa sa na ka full stop otwi mu osigina ye e na koma ye de na ye osiwie ye no mon Tgma me otwi nim. Listen, the part that got me, it bust my mind. A text message, bulk SMS or tuba we say Jesus of Jesus. And they were doing broadcast message, text message to over 20 million Ghanaians. Oh, wow, phone. So, green, vote for Kim Promise. I to say they are Baumia campaign. No. One how other Baumia two messages. No. Kim Promise went into this like he was campaigning to be the president of Ghana. Masa. My frustration with Kempaluta, I feel na me baby him. Kempaluta had the perfect story. Anke be nka only win we on. Nka very easy. All he needed to do was buttress adia portfolio to watch campaign and a portfolio. All he needed to do, because from the looks of things, we all know, say, Paluta did not commission portfolio to do anything for him. One commission, no, yes, or money BB, say on time. No. If he did, in time, I both tweet, say, apart from way, no, Quebec say, father, na say portfolio, nipa, he's speaking for me. Inka hona nkobe obe too light na to so. But he didn't. Na portfolio na nka sa ono so na asem danche. O de meba so o de ene no o jamre bojaye ebe bomu a be boom. Next one, so no have fun anymore. People were like, but say, Kimpaluta or commissions and also a portfolio there, yeah, Juma on debut. Me say, me try and say German portfolio there, MC Baby Drufia, me and best at one session. And I'll put it to him. Say every indication shows me, say one no, and ye paluta ne catch and so on ye Juma be a year too much Juma to say they say last year. Because last year, no, or ye too much Juma no yama Stoneboy. Stoneboy no nim ho hwiu. A copim say Stoneboy we need no original stage no say or that boy na say. Stoneboy no nim ho hwe. Ohun yan say akwabi kasamano or kasamano. Eh, the same thing they see here. The same thing. But my frustration with Paluta goes beyond that because yenina ye free baby fako. Baby ye free no se uni abakwe take one step to represent you. All you need to do is also push along his lines. Because now you are going to be the Ubeye Susudria, and you are going to be a beacon of hope for others like yourself from Kumasi. This is the opportunity. Ubabe shaman phone crying. Say, regardless of wherever you find yourself, ebia na chichire, ebia na a friend says, Sokoba chiro baby. Wherever you find yourself in the great city of another great nation of Asantehman, you can become whoever you want to be. All you needed to do. Feneji wura die nim. Nen sha manfo aka wachire, artists bebre aka wachire no, ensure mun crying. Because the icing on the cake, all the other categories they ne koko. Sad ye gigi ni nyina, the Paluta gini na ne koko. It was written on the wall years ago. You check the numbers, you already know say we winning sir and we ne koko kra. There wo MD say friends, the most popular song of the year. Ne koko. And you ben and a wahwa nebetima money competition gidi pass. Koko. But the icing on the case, I'm telling you, has to be the artist of the year. Because it's been a long time coming. He said, Kumasi Fuebenya artist of the year bako ediako. The last time, 2009. Chame Kwame. Me pacho me boa mon kanchem se me boa. 2009. Yo year be mu 2025 me boa. 2025 from 2000. How many years has this been? Show that you are interested because you have the bigger fan base. Wuna okasa amanfoni tell you your Twitter account, your Facebook account, or the account. Post it there and tell people how to vote for you. They already love you. Amudo dada. So fucking post it. Fucking do a video and tell the niggas. Katra man for say da. Modi share mi amini mesramo a Kumasi for monti ani. Portfolio is moving radio station to radio station doing advocacy. Oye na fomu die. Faka kre bi tato Jesus of Jesus. Ha rade. Me say ote hona even as at this time you are still contemplating say Wadjuma Pane was a man winning award Telecel Ghana Music Awards. Sebe we are kwasia pa. Because for 26 years, and yes, sir, no mu decided. Unless a category, catch us a category way, a industry. And no, at the a Wadjuma pa because and no industry for and no pono about home. Because academy for Betuaba and a board Betuaba. But enu ye miemu magana fuonyina e yenkofu kakrebi yemfa nse o ma doso abe 300 people na beto aba na ke PMG fo abefa abato no na o makwa akochiche na afi o ma be ka kire se we ene we ni ye. If by now you still Kwabrane wonti ase se eya abato ene ekire winner e wo Tgma chef what obebre ure fi patapa ne fancy garden de ye to amane na ewini o de obetima free vote ena ewini ba obe free vote a kire o campaign kire de ho gym ucho interest o pe because of fan base no ka kire om so o mo pa o de be man o be to amount. Oh Lord. I'm a bro. Mama bre sa me kasa sa na me kon huntini apa. Intimuti ade ne besi. Hey. Ne the day for close to from 2009 to 2025. Hey, akake to be tapping. Baby na do na tapping. Tapping. Pow. La mi yama bowa bakele. Rafina bofauti bom keke. Jesus. Oh. Hey. Nti dabe mbiem. Ha. Na mia na wose nka mehu ade we ntem. Na wose mehu ne ntem. Mia na wose mehu ne ntem. Because many ba me ho so na vote ni kura wie. Me check ade afi let time ko check em say ai wurade ade. Say wan fa ne ho anyim. Mia na wose nka me di men mo fa nche me. Metrics need the ura category anymore. Campaign and let people vote for you and then you win. This process is easy. It's simple. Yan fane nremu a onka category ni ho a na obeka se omo awiem. Ba oka ho de aka ne se ye beto ama no. Me se nka mote ho na defe kra be intimidate for kra ba fa artist of the year. If Kim Promise did not put in work, mu once can be aka intimidate aba fa ho age anase stone ba fa ho age. A vote baby a vote to pay. And you can't say and then a chat house omo ye ni vote na ma waduma there bi o omo se omo de no sa na tie. Omo se omo de no sa na tie. Waka kire wawie. Wo bibi fufuro kan. O pa akomo office ho na ni omo nko discuss. But for 26 years ni sa no maye no. I had the opportunity of going on stage. I think there were times I make PK awards for a couple of artists. Me ko PK bako for Koku Smoke. Me PK bako for I think I went on the stage about 2 or 3 times for Kimpaluta. No, 3 times for Kimpaluta. The third one, me who's a man for church or home semba ku mienu miensa. Me address it. Esuo will forever be my son. Nti kwabrane a wote baby a wonte ase a wo church nkwase asem no wo ye ugimi na wo de church de opeso church. I knew Kimpaluta before most of you niggas knew him. And I have invested in him before most of you. I've invested time, resources, energy into promoting him and putting him on the map. I've pushed him with respect to even connect. I can't even say it on this podcast because it's not relevant. As selfless as I am, One Paluta be dilia na one opesa unya Kimpaluta for sure. I still respect the chain of command and I hand you over to the management. Mene the relationship na etwamu eko 20 years. Inti se ote ho na otwotwo nkwase asem atwotwo nkwase asem. Mene no metima so ne kon sei aka ne minimum. We'll still see us working the next day. Ye simaku dabro for ujimi kwetena baby. I will tell him my peace of mind. And I will reply him when he talked about deleting me from the industry. Me reply no. I will reply him. Because I need massive for your energy tier. Me said I'll delete your dreadlocks on Debbie. Menene war for cry eba new brand new war. Meneke paluta brand new war. Ebeba. And no pat and new one cry beba. But you be wie you be sa tenase. San ye roli. Inti eno te ho ase. My frustration lies on the fact that this wonderful gentleman could have been and can nano penkieti hey ka discussion ne ye kwa kofa another artist a free Kumasi aba ono so ba beji new artist of the year na ye the B strap ako artist of the year next year. What I say nti ye 1 year new artist the next year ye artist of the year ni asako for new artist of the year ni charge artist of the year sa ni ye be ye no what I say ni akofa bi ba ni akofa foforo ba sa nke be 30 years a day nim de sa ye be gi ni nyina ye be gi ni nyina antimi amasa simple energy simple mon fa nche me mani anko ho pi akwantuo ne niam ba akomienu minti mani anko ho pi cause mani ko ho pa ke so nka matwe telephone ma from na kan sema nka meka kire mo well yanko enim Stonebwoy campaign. If you ask me, he did excellent with the campaign for Artist of the Year. Oh, her flaw, I want a campaign ma, no flaw, zero flaw. It is just that Kim Promise team, no, they went up and beyond. Omo tall base, no, they virtually rallied the base into almost a sa. Stonebwoy asia na nasia no nyina anti na obaby no nam no na asia ni nyina no omadodo asia. They did a lot of covert operation, ambush marketing, titenwuram no mutu ofia ne tem se wiya ya ten. The Stonebwoy campaign for the Artist of the Year was beautiful because it was also backed with a lot of works to get it done. But the only side, rallying a lot of industry people to the camp of Stonebwoy. Because industry, rally most of them are academy members. Some will not tell you. They said, I made them better. Some will not tell you. But Kai says, I need probably 200 no. Omo vote to 30% the same way as that of the general public. Into Omo Krabet ma cancel general public amount, then it's left with the board. Board no come out, I pick it. So I think that is where Stonebwoy campaign it was just mobilizing more people, as in getting more people on their side. But the general populace in there, any Beam Nation for loyalty to Stonebwoy, they I'll tell you was 100%. A small mix of marketing strategy or campaign strategy that God can promise the upper hand. And one thing I make actually say next year, I swear wallahi, you will see a mixture of campaign strategies. Next year, how fierce the competition is going to be. Unless there's no competition as a artist 2 or 3 be or more muscle. Say a muscle sadia, go back to default setting. But say a muscle pa what lie to lie. It's a tech for SRCA, it's going to be deadly. Still on the Artist of the Year. I was surprised say Team Eternity, Team PK Awards because they had clearly shown in disinterest in Adiano. Information I me PK second I me PK ya me can radio so say almost say performance crowd they are not going to perform because we are senior my mom. Nti awards no mo PK no. Chatter house for who me wan kakra. They never posted the flyer, did nothing. If Chatter House continues down this path, they are going to encourage a lot of artists to be lethargic towards the scheme, and it is going to hurt them. If Chatter House goes down that path of awarding artists who are lethargic, artists who don't show interest, zero commitment to the scheme, if they go down that path, after 27 years, zero post hey me see Team Eternity there na say Paluta the opposed to Paluta pa ko check here so one post to be 2 or 3 Paluta is opposed to be Team Eternity oni Joe Metal no matima sa ma Joe Metal award oh dear my main friends here because nsem doors me back in my subsequent editions because sisi Africa na free arena ho aba betom nti hit na no eden ma mentom boase na me ba be address niam ba ko mienu miensa bi with respect to award scheme. But if you're still watching us at this time, I would like to say thank you so much. I mean, more motivation and a boy ma yetimi amplify Tgma. We believe say here as Street is watching say award scheme, it is for us. Yen penny betimi ama award scheme no etima gina said you say gina nti yen nyina yen some stakeholders no whether the public whether artists and I say organizing bodies mumien page ade no na emunye du na nye big to say any other award show because it is for us ya dia utwa ketre maria onwe nambia mesramo a yen nyina wonso yesi ani nipa. I believe that any well-meaning Ghanaian who believes in raising the flag high of Ghana will support this campaign. Your friend DJ Slim, Major or Hasi, come into the comment section and let me know what you think. But most importantly, keep it real because the street is always watching.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We show.